What's going on, guys? Thank you so much for joining me for this video. I really appreciate it. I actually did this video roughly 2.5 years ago. It's been that long since I've done this video. I can't even believe it's been that long, and my tastes have really changed a lot. So it was definitely time to redo this video and let you guys know the YouTube channels that I watch. Now, I've been on YouTube since the beginning of 2017, so I guess I'm technically considered a YouTuber or an influencer, and I'm definitely okay with that. I love what I do here. I love making videos for you guys. But I definitely am guilty of watching maybe things outside the realm of hockey or sports, and I kind of want to share that with you. To be honest, this entire list, other than 2 of these channels, are non-hockey related. I think it's been a while since I looked at this list. I made it about 3 weeks ago, but don't be expecting a lot of hockey channels in here or sports in general. There just aren't. I think I have 37 channels on here, so I don't watch a lot of cable or TV or fiber opera or whatever you want to call it where you're from. Most of the content that I ingest is from YouTube. It's from the internet, Netflix and YouTube. So here are the channels that I watch in absolutely no particular order. My goal is to maybe open your guys' eyes up to maybe a YouTuber that you're not aware of, or a channel that you're not aware of, a topic, something like that. You can go there, subscribe, check it out. And if you do that, if you do like their content, leave a comment on their channel and let them know that I sent you. Easy favor. Okay, let's get into this. Number 1, Good Mythical Morning, Good Mythical More, Ear Biscuits. They're one of the most popular channels on YouTube, one of the ones with the most subscribers. Brent and Link. I'm sure most of you guys know who Good Mythical Morning are. Now, I started watching them in 2012, I think in about mid-2012. So it's been 8 years that I've been watching them. Of everyone on this list, they are by far the people that I watch, not the most, but the ones that I've followed the longest and continue to watch fairly I don't want to say on a regular basis, because admittedly there are some videos that I do skip, but 95% of the videos that they release I definitely watch, and I love them. I've got merch. I should have actually wore that sweater for this video, but anyways, so definitely, even though this is no particular order, rightfully so, they are number 1 on my list. Just a fun family-friendly channel that you can watch, have some fun, lots of games. Some of the stuff that they've made has even inspired some of the stuff that I make. So really grateful that they're on this platform, and would highly recommend you go checking them out. Okay, number 2 is the Fastlane truck car. Now, I'm a big car guy. You guys probably don't know that about me. I actually used to work for Toyota, so anything to do with trucks or in the automotive industry, I'm really just obsessed with, in a way, I guess. And these guys over there, they're not super factual and methodical, and you're not going to get 35-minute reviews. They're exciting. They deliver the information, and it's not always correct, actually. I think that's kind of what I like about them. They make mistakes and they care, but they're just being themselves, and I think I really appreciate that. And they get to do a lot of cool things, off-roading, MPG loops, stuff like that. I really like to keep up to date with the automotive industry, and they're kind of my go-to channel for that. Next up is the Straight Pipes, another automotive channel. Now, these guys are Canadian. I have to say, even though they have 37 here, the Straight Pipes are probably in the top 3 of my favorite channels on YouTube. I absolutely love them. Just those 2 guys just going back and forth, delivering the information, but in a comical way at the same time. Amazing videography, cinematography. The shots that they get is it's mind-blowing. The production quality that these 2 gentlemen convey and produce for us it's amazing. I highly recommend you go check them out, even if you don't like cars. Just the production quality and just visually watching it is impressive. Next up is Yes Theory. Now, I actually haven't been watching Yes Theory that long, probably only about 8 months. They're a channel that put a lot of positivity and good back into the world. They do some really great things for a lot of people who maybe are less fortunate, like redesigning a studio for them, or taking someone on a vacation that they've always wanted to go on, or throwing a party for something. They use their money for good quite a bit, and I really appreciate that. They're really enjoyable videos to watch. Some of them are a little long, but they have really good messages, and you should definitely check them out. Next up is J-Stu Studios, or More J-Stu. Of all the channels on here, right behind Good Mythical Morning, as far as channels that I've been watching the longest, is J-Stu. Since late 2012, I've been watching them, so almost as long as Good Mythical Morning. And I love Justin and Andrew. I wish I knew them much. I had the opportunity to meet them in person. Hopefully someday I can. But have been grinding so hard on YouTube, and they deserve all the success that they have. Now they vlog almost on a daily basis, and I just really love their content. Some pranks, just funny stuff, burping in the library and falling down in public. It just low stress, easy content to enjoy. So I really like them. Next up is Theo Von. Now, for you younger kids, I probably wouldn't recommend going to listen to or watch Theo Von. He is a comedian. He is from the southern United States. He is amazing. He's so funny. He has the most amazing gift when it comes to words and putting them together and just being funny. So if you like a little harsh comedy, I would recommend going to watch Theo. Now, piggybacking on their number 7, King and the Sting. King and the Sting is 50% Theo, 50% Brendan. It's a podcast. It's even worse than Theo's podcast. So if you're offended easily, definitely don't go watch King of the Sting. But if you like crude humor, you're gonna like King of the Sting if you're not aware of it. Next up, I gotta throw my dad in here. Brent Taylor, number 8. I don't know why I'm saying the numbers; they don't really matter. But I'm at number 8. Brent Taylor, the GOAT, aka the GOAT. We've seen him on this channel recently. He's done some vlogs to the UK. He's got some radio videos on there, and I can't remember what else he's got on there, but he's going to be vlogging some trips coming up soon. I mean, depending on the coronavirus, I guess, but expect some content from him coming soon, some travel tips and stuff, I believe, as well, that he's going to be filming coming up, so definitely go check him out. And I'm going to link all these channels below as well in the comment section. Okay, next up, Fun for Louie. Again, one of these channels have been around for a very long time. Fun for Louie is kind of a travel vlogger. He doesn't post as much now, but he used to post on a daily basis. I think he was up to like 740 days in a row or something ridiculous. But he's been everywhere around the world. He's visited like 230 countries or whatever. He puts a lot of positivity back in the world as well. I really, really like Louie. Next up, Flying the Nest. Husband and wife couple from Australia. They were in the previous version of this video that I did. I started watching them when I had, I want to say like 7,000 subscribers, something like that. Now I believe they have over 500,000, maybe 600,000. Well-deserved amount of subscribers. They travel the world and film their experiences in every country. Just an amazing couple to watch. Very enjoyable, and I mean, you have to love the Aussie accent. Next up, The Endless Adventure. Now, this is basically the exact same channel as Flying the Nest, except for they're American, and they travel the world and do the exact same thing, travel vlogs. I really, really, really like their content. It's well filmed. The cinematography, videography is fantastic. Drone shots. I was a Patreon member of theirs for a while. I had to lower my contribution a little bit recently just because I was putting a little bit too much money out and not enough money was coming in. So, math. Anyways, next up, The Enthusiasm Project. This is probably one of the smallest channels on my list here. Actually has less subscribers than I do, but it's such a valuable channel to watch if you're interested in anything to do with filming, whether it's lighting, audio, video. He is a teacher in high school, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but a teacher in high school, and I think he takes some of the equipment home with him. He also has his personal collection of equipment as well, but his setup is fantastic, very high quality, and the level of explanation as far as understanding and teaching is just really, really high class. So if you are the type of person who does enjoy an educational video, enjoys learning, and wants to learn about audio or video, mics, lenses, everything, that is definitely a kind of a dark horse, an underdog channel in this whole list to watch. Definitely go check it out. Okay, next up, Smarter Every Day. Probably don't really need to explain this one. Again, one of these channels that's absolutely massive, 100% educational. Destin just put out a video recently of him touring a rocket factory, I guess you could call it. Just an incredible video. I loved it. Every second of it. It's like 55 minutes long. Every second was amazing because I'm a big space geek. But if you want to learn about anything science related, go check out Destin's channel, Smarter Every Day. Next up, a channel that's kind of the same is Veritasium. It's more monotone, a little bit more statistical, data driven, more so like book educational, where Smarter Every Day is more hands-on educational, I guess, if I could make the comparison, but still very enjoyable, and I watch all his videos. Next up, Donna Did It. And this is another channel that's kind of camera, videography related, audio related, camera equipment, whatever it is that comes down to filming, editing, like Lightroom, Photoshop, all that good stuff. And he's also Canadian. I believe he lives in Calgary. Channel's, I think, around 50,000 subscribers, so not too big. Is one of the smaller channels on this list. But if you guys want to learn about vlogging or videography or anything like that, definitely go check out Donna's channel. 16 is Marquez Brownlee. I mean, you guys know who he is. He reviews all the phones. Everybody knows who he is. So like, I don't really need to explain, but I feel like there's going to be people, maybe a couple people who don't. But anyways, he reviews tech, phone. He's got an incredible studio. Production quality is amazing. Very educational, easy to listen to. Go check him out. This next one I almost didn't put on the list. The H3H3 podcast. In the past 2 years, I have watched so much less of Ethan and Hila. They ignored, or they've stopped posting on their main channel. Now they just concentrate on the podcast. Ethan has really changed, in my opinion, in the past 2 years, which is unfortunate, because I would say that I was an absolute diehard Ethan and H3 fan. He's so funny. I love his personality, but lately he's just, I don't know. I wouldn't say that he's not so likable. He definitely is. He just seems to like hate a lot of things, I guess, recently, and he's gotten a lot of flack for it. It's not just myself, it's a lot of people. His views are down, but I still really like Ethan, and I still am going to keep watching most of the podcast highlights, and I'm sure you know who they are anyways. I don't really need to explain. Okay, next up, Seeker. And Seeker is a channel that used to be the Discovery Now channel, I think, or maybe it was just called Discovery, the Discovery Channel. Discovery Channel, I guess that makes sense. And it was bought out or renamed to Seeker. Kind of the same videos in a way. They're all educational, but different hosts. A little bit of different feel. Still a very good channel. Excuse me. Next up, Peter McKinnon. Peter McKinnon is kind of like Casey Neistat in a way. Peter spends a little bit more time focusing on cameras and how-tos or tutorial videos, I guess, a little bit more so than Casey. Casey was more so vlogs. I haven't actually watched a Casey Neistat video in probably 4 years or 3 or 4 years. So, but Peter McKinnon is also Canadian, so gotta love Canadians. And yeah, if you're looking for some really high quality tutorials, definitely check out Peter's channel. Number 20, Ozzy Man Reviews. I love the Aussies. The Aussie accent gets me every time, and just watching him review the most random videos and just make it funny is fantastic. So he's got to be on my list. Next up, First We Feast. Sean Evans, who interviews all of the celebrities and some YouTube stars and stuff while they eat hot wings. It's extremely enjoyable. I don't necessarily like his interview style. I know a lot of people do. They say he's like the best interviewer. I actually don't really like it. I only watch the certain specific episodes where the guests are ones that I'm interested in. So I don't watch every episode, but I watch the majority of them. Next up is DSLR Video Shooter. Again, one of these tutorial channels that give you information on lighting and audio and cameras and everything, just to kind of bolster your knowledge on if you wanted to start a YouTube channel. Kind of like Donna did it, the Enthusiasm Project, and DSLR Video Shooter. Like, these three channels kind of give you the tools or the education that you need to do this yourself and start a YouTube channel and figure out the programs and the settings and stuff that you need to learn to be able to do it. So kind of goes in that category. Next is the Police Activity channel, and I will put a disclaimer out here. If you don't like blood, if you don't like shooting, if you don't like car accidents, anything like that, I would not recommend watching the Police Activity channel. They post cop, like, suit cams or whatever you call them, dash cams from cop cars and stuff, where they take down, kill, arrest people, and I mean, it's gruesome. You see people die, it's blurred and stuff, but you still see it. I enjoy that stuff because I don't obviously like to see people die, but I'd like to see justice be handed to the people who deserve justice. And not all the times, not every video that they post is on the cop's side. Actually, it's about 50-50 where the cop makes a mistake, he's too aggressive or whatever. So I like to see instances where the cops did wrong or the cops did right. Regardless of the side, I like to see the story. It's about the story. So I definitely recommend checking that out if you don't get queasy easily. Okay, next, Kai from the original Digital Rev channel. Again, a camera channel. So if you're not interested in cameras or anything like that, probably don't go check out Kai. But he's just a fantastic, funny guy. I love Kai. Okay, next we've got another car channel here, Savage Geese. Probably, I would say, like, there's the Straight Pipes, which has an amazing production quality and videography, but how methodical Savage Geese is when he films. It's not just about, you know, fast moving shots and everything. It's so detail oriented and slow and methodical, and picking the right audio for the feel of the video. It's a really professional, fantastic channel. I watch every single video, and just to learn, just from an educational standpoint, him talking about vehicles and cars, where a lot of car channels talk, oh yeah, this has this much horsepower, this has whatever. Savage Geese, you know, he puts the car up on the hoist and he looks underneath it and he talks about everything that's going on and stuff. So you learn a lot from the videos. I really, really like it. Next up, Wendover Productions. Again, an educational channel. It's a voiceover channel, so videos are high quality, but produced in a voiceover scenario, I guess, or setting, where you are taught certain things with voice and then visual aid, whether it's a picture or a video or facts on the screen or whatever. It's quite enjoyable. A lot to do with transportation, which is, you guys know I like that. Next up, Fifth Street. Actually, this is probably the smallest channel on this list. Fifth Street Harmony, or Fifth Street. They are an a cappella group out of, I believe, Victoria or Vancouver, in BC for sure, in Canada. And fantastic, so underrated. I don't know how they don't have like 500 subscribers. They're just fantastic. You got to go check them out. Okay, and yeah, this one on my list. This guy's pretty, he gets excited about RGB. I mean, look behind me. I've got some red lights here. I got some red lights here. My computer got some lights in there. I've got all kinds of lights. There's some blue lights over there. I really like RGB lights. I know that's kind of maybe a little bit cringe and stuff, but I like to kind of spice up the background a little bit. But Tech Block over here, he has like the most intense RGB collection ever. He's got RGB lights in his toilet, in his closets, and underneath his bed, on the ceiling. Like he has them everywhere. It's fantastic. I really, really like it. And he also does some like unboxings and reviews on lights, computer components, just some other stuff too. Just kind of enjoyable unboxing, and he gets really excited about it and stuff. And I think he's English, so I always like hearing different accents and stuff as well. Okay, Donut Media, another car channel. If you want to learn about something and have a laugh at the same time, I would highly recommend watching Donut Media. Just for example, I can't remember the name of the video, but I think it's Everything You Need to Know About is their series, and then they insert car. So go watch Everything You Need to Know About the 4Runner, the Toyota 4Runner, or something like that. Just to give you an impression of the style of videos that they make. Really enjoyable, funny, but you still learn a lot. Next is iDubbbz. Again, if you get offended easily, don't watch iDubbbz, but the unboxings iDubbbz does, and just completely random stuff that he does, it's just, like, you have to watch it. If you don't get offended easily, definitely watch it. I can't even describe it. It's just so bizarre. 31, Yanagi. He actually doesn't post any videos anymore. It's been a long time since he's posted one, but he's the guy who burps extremely loudly in public, and I don't know what it is about people making noises in public, but it is the funniest thing to me. And Yanagi goes, I think he lives in Holland, and he'll go up outside of someone's house, and you know the little shutter on people's door where they used to throw the mail in or whatever? That's not really a thing in Canada and America anymore, I don't think, but he opens up the shutter and he'll burp into someone's house and then shut it. Can you imagine sitting home watching TV or having supper with your family and hearing the loudest burp you've ever heard coming through your door? Oh man, it cracks me up. So definitely go check out Yanagi if you want a good laugh. And he burps at cows and they come to him. I don't understand it, but 32, Fearless and Fire, Mike Corey. I actually know Mike. I got to meet him once. He's from Fredericton, but he travels the world. He does some crazy stuff, like rides on the front of trains. He's in Russia now, I believe, at the moment, but he's done some incredible stuff around the world. He's kind of a daredevil, but I wouldn't really classify him as a daredevil, I guess. He knows no bounds, I guess, or his bounds are well beyond other people. I really like Mike. He's a really, really genuinely nice, awesome guy, a really good presenter, and great videographer as well. Definitely go check him out. Number 33, my boy Chris Wilkinson. You've seen him on this channel. You've seen him on the previous Post to Post channel. You've seen him on Canadian Stry Stuff, my third channel. He's been kind of really everywhere around my videos over the years. He's got his own channel if you like anything to do with biking, anything to do with like hiking, some car stuff, or truck stuff specifically, some RC stuff if you're into RC cars or anything like that. He has some great tutorial videos on things and unboxings. Chris is a really good dude. He's so funny. You'll see him a lot coming up, actually. I'm going to PEI this weekend? Not this weekend. The next weekend, I'm going to Prince Edward Island to film with Chris. We're going to film a bunch of food videos. I think I have like 8 food videos to film with him. And I think 15 to 20 logo ranking videos. So like those videos, I don't know if they're going to do well, but I'm really excited to get them out because I think the hardcore Post to Post fans will really enjoy seeing Chris. And they're going to get a lot of Chris here coming up. So it's going to be a good next couple of months. Number 34, tiny house journey. I have an obsession with tiny houses. I have way too much crap to actually one day live in a tiny house, but it's my secret dream to live in one. I actually have a video on the other channel, the original Post to Post channel, of myself showing what I wanted my tiny house to look like, and I wanted a garage to go next to it with the Post to Post studio. I still secretly do want to live in a tiny house, but realistically, I just got too much crap. There's no way I could do it. This whole section right here in front of me wouldn't even fit in the tiny house. So I don't know. I don't know why I want to live in one, but I do. Anyways, it's a really good channel. She goes around and shows different people's tiny houses, interviews them. It's really good. It's really informational, educational. 35, and here's where we get into the hockey channel. I've only have 2. It might surprise you that I don't watch. I mean, the majority of the content that I make is hockey related, but I actually don't watch many or really any hockey channels that talk about current hockey stuff. I don't want to copy anyone, but at the same time, I don't really care what other people have to say because I don't want my opinions or my views to be influenced on what they say. Like if I went to go watch a video about Alexander Ovechkin and I just happened to be making an Alexander Ovechkin video 3 days later, I wouldn't want something I heard in their video to influence the way that I delivered my video. I don't want to make any compromises or say anything that I maybe wouldn't have said otherwise. So I actually don't watch any general hockey YouTubers at all. I used to, I just don't anymore. And that's no offense to them. I'm friends with the majority of them, good friends with the majority of them. And I don't think that they watch my videos probably for the same reason. And I understand it. I'm okay with it. But the hockey channels that I do watch are Vesper Hockey Inc. Kale. He's been on this channel. Kale has the most incredible jersey collection ever. It's just wild. Whether he's buying blanks, whether he's getting name jerseys, whether he's sending them off and getting them back and reviewing the stitching and stuff. The guy has just a ridiculous amount of jerseys. You think I have a lot of jerseys? You need to go check out Kale's channel. Kale, you should do an update video of all the jerseys that you have. I know it would be an hour and 45 minutes long, but you should do it. I think people would enjoy that. So if you're into collecting jerseys or anything like that, definitely go check out Kale's channel at Vesper Hockey Inc. And of course, like I said earlier, I'm linking all these down below. And in the 36th channel that I want to talk about, Twisted Wrister Hockey, Nick over there at Twisted Wrister, he does a lot of jersey videos. Another reason why I watch Nick, I'm obviously a jersey collector. If you're new, maybe you don't know that, I collect jerseys, but I do a lot of jersey videos, so I tend to watch other people's collections grow. And that way I'm not really hearing any current hockey talk, but I'm getting my jersey fix, so to speak. So I watch a lot of Nick's jersey videos. He has some really, really great educational videos as well, and he does some vlogs. So I usually watch almost every single one of Nick's videos, unless it's something that I know I'm going to be talking about soon. I tend to not watch it. But once I'm done making my video version, then I go back and watch it. But anyways, that's all the hockey videos that I watch on a regular basis. And the last one, which I just found out recently, and it's just so funny. I love it so much. And if you're offended easily, probably don't watch this video. But Pay Money Wubby, my God, it's so funny. It's unbelievable. But I've showed this channel to other people, and they're like, I don't really think it's that funny. And I'm sitting there like losing my mind laughing. But to each their own. I'm not saying that you'll think it's funny, but I do. So it's kind of harsh comedy, so to speak. He calls a lot of people out, which could be looked at as bullying a little bit, but and I don't really see it as bullying. I just kind of, he finds someone that's maybe doing something wrong and calls them out for it, and I'm okay with that. So anyways, thanks guys for watching. I really appreciate it. If you do watch any of these channels, please let me know down below. Make a list of, like, if you want, list out your top 10 favorite YouTube channels, or if you like any of the ones that I mentioned, comment the ones that you've watched from my list. If you have any suggestions of channels that I should watch, please leave them down below as well. I love to hear all your suggestions. And if you do go to any of these channels and you end up in liking their comment, enjoying it, please leave a comment on their channel and say that I let you know, or I sent you there. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Now, I hope you can subscribe to me. That would be awesome. I'd really appreciate that. If you're into collecting jerseys and you want to add to your collection, you can go to www.coolhockey.com/post-to-post. You have to go to that link first, and then you can add whatever jersey you want to your cart. Use the code post-to-post. And yeah, save a ton on jerseys. Easy peasy. All right, guys, I'll catch you in the next video. Adios.